Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is Josh over here at American AF Dumpsters. Right now, I'm walking through the shop and going over some things at the limo company. And today is July 28th. So it's, what is it, Thursday? Thursday, July 28th. 99 degrees out with a high of 102 or 101. Looks like I've got a pink limo here. Going out here in a little bit. So the driver's here prepping the cars, or prepping his car. But anyways, as of today, we are officially, the U.S. is officially in a recession. What does that mean for us? What does that mean? What should we do? First of all, if you waited until our government tells us that we're officially in a recession, even though they're trying to change the definition of what a recession is, if you waited for them to come and tell you that our country is currently going through a recession, you might have waited a little too long. That's the way I feel about things. We should have been preparing for this for weeks, if not months, and I know I have. But how do you prepare for a recession? How do you prepare for a downturn in business? How do you prepare your business, your mental state, your employees, your company? How do you prepare for a recession? And that's something that I want to talk about today. All right, so I wanted to give you guys a little bit different scenery, and I wanted to get out of the heat and into the air conditioning, so I jumped inside this pretty nice Mercedes Sprinter and figured I'd continue this video with you guys. So how do you prepare for a recession, or how do we prepare as a business for a recession? That's super important. We've always got to be looking to the future, because if we aren't, that's when we get caught with our pants down. Let's be honest, right? So what are the top tips? I don't know what I would call this, but what I would do to prepare for a recession, or to prepare for the recession that we're currently in. Remember, the GDP just came out today. The GDP report, or whatever it is, just came out today saying that we are in a recession. Well, that's a report over the last 6 months. We've already been in a recession for 6 months. We've already kind of thought about it. We've already kind of felt it. We felt, obviously, prices going way up, inflation going way up. We felt the cost of everything, from gasoline to eggs at the supermarket, to the clothes that we wear, to restaurants. Everything that we spend has gone way up. And how do we as a business combat that, or not really fight it, because there's nothing you can do to fight it, but how do we prepare ourselves so that we do not become a casualty of war, or a casualty of a recession, and find our business closing out, our doors closed? First of all, is you do not over leverage yourself, in my opinion. If you're over leveraged, you have your payments, your interest is so high, this high, that your business just can't afford it. Remember, you've got less income coming in, more than likely, because people are holding onto their money longer. You're going to have less income coming in, and your payments is still going to be up there where they were when you were at your best of your business. So you should not, and you cannot ever over leverage yourself. This is why, if you go back in previous videos that I've posted over the last year, I've said time and time again, you do not run before you walk, and you do not walk before you crawl. You've got to take steps slowly in order to grow your business. Going out and spending $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 on a roll-off setup because you think that you watch some guys on YouTube and you could do it too, is probably not the best decision that you have made, or that you can make in this business, or in any industry. Going out and spending $130,000 for a Sprinter limo, or a limo Sprinter, in the hopes that you will rent it for X amount per hour, or X amount of times per week, is absolutely ridiculous, and is nothing but a straight shot to going out of business. So you can't over leverage yourself. You have to be able to spend your money wisely, and if you can spend cash to buy your equipment instead of getting loans on everything you have, then that's probably one of the best routes that you can do. There's good and bad with spending cash too, right? A lot of people say cash is trash. Other people say cash is king. It kind of depends on where the economy is, in my opinion, right? Cash is trash when times are not so hard. But when times are hard, like in a recession, maybe it's a good idea to hold on to cash. But going back to over leveraging, you've got to make sure that you don't take out payments after payments after payments. You're not out there financing every single dumpster that you own and your roll-off setup, and your truck and your whatever else you want to finance, thinking in the hopes that you'll have enough business. You've got to have the business first, in my opinion. You've got to have the phone ringing consistently, not just every now and then. We all have great months. We all have slow months. We all have great weeks. We all have slow weeks. It's got to be consistently good, consistently busy, to the point where you're consistently turning away business or farming it out, or by farming it out, I mean, for those of you guys that may not know, contracting with another company to do the work for you and you get a little cut or percentage of it. You've got to be doing that consistently before it's even time to even start thinking about adding to your business, adding more dumpsters. Remember, I still have 5 dumpsters. I had 12 at one point with my roll-off package. I have 10 dumpsters. I had 5 back in December, January, February. I added 5 more. I only have 10 dumpsters right now. Can I afford 5 more, which is what I want to order? Yeah, I can afford it, but am I consistently turning those cans enough? Am I consistently turning business away enough to warrant adding another 5 dumpsters? Essentially spending another $30,000 in dumpsters, right? Because I'm buying all new cans. The answer is no. So right now I've ordered 2 more dumpsters, and actually I ordered a little bit bigger. I've got 2 dumpsters, 2 25-yard dumpsters on the order. I want to order 5, but my numbers that doesn't make sense with the numbers that I have currently. So, and my truck is not leveraged. I'm buying these cans cash with the cash that the money makes, or the business is making, not getting a loan for some dumpsters. That's just, in my opinion, that's just a recipe for failure. So that's your first thing. Your second thing is to be realistic and cut costs. If you're spending money that you shouldn't be spending, if you're spending your business money to take you and your wife out to dinner, or to go to Topgolf, or to go on vacation, or whatever it may be, if you're spending business money, that's money that you're taking away from the bottom line or the top line, or however you want to look at it. Your money taken away from their profits, and at the end of the day, when the shit hits the fan, and it possibly might and will, you're not going to have any money in the bank to be able to make those payments or whatever payments you have, even if it's minimally your insurance, your overhead, your rent if you have rent, your fuel, your insurance. I already talked about insurance, health insurance if you have that. Just your minimum overhead, your minimum costs. You won't have enough for that. So you've got to cut costs. You've got to cut unnecessary spending. You've got to hold back as much as you can and keep that money in the business. That's the only way to get through a recession. Don't over leverage yourself. Cut costs as much as you can, and invest wisely. I've gotten more and more into real estate lately. Am I investing wisely? Only time will tell. I don't know, with interest rates going up, if it's going to be easy for me to sell these houses, which is fine, because right now, even though it's not the same type of recession that we were back in 2008, or not the same kind of economy that we were in, back then it was hard to sell houses, but it was also hard to rent houses at a decent price. At least now rent prices have gone up. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but I might take advantage of that if my house doesn't sell. So, cutting costs, you've got to cut costs everywhere that you can. Being transparent with your employees, being transparent with your company, being transparent with your spouse, and letting them know that, look, right now it's not the best time to be issuing you that raise or working on that raise right now. Yes, you want to keep your employees, but right now we are cutting costs as much as we possibly can. You're not going to take money away from your employees' pockets, but right now is not a good time to be giving that yearly bonus or that yearly raise. If you do that, you know what I'm saying? So you've got to cut back when you can. The other thing is negotiate your rates. If you're paying for credit card fees, which I am, if you're paying, obviously insurance is very hard to negotiate, but you can easily pick up the phone and call your credit card company, your credit card processor, and say, hey, I've been in business now for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be, and I would like to take a look at our numbers and renegotiate our rates. This is a lot of people don't know that this is even possible, and you can save a ton of money if you renegotiate your rates with your credit card processing. You can renegotiate your rates with basically anybody that's in your business. You can talk to your insurance company, but that's probably not going to be helpful. You can cut costs as far as look at all the apps that you spend on or unnecessary spending. A lot of people have Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. What else is out there? All those different apps out there. You don't need to spend all that. Find out what you use, what you don't need, use what you need, what you don't need, and pull back. Go through your phone account. Go through your cell phone. Call Verizon. Call anybody. Say, I'd like to relook at our rates, our rate package. I would like to drop, try and save some money. The other day, I literally had a phone line that I wasn't using, and I had a Hum. It's one of those, it's on Verizon. It's Verizon Hum. It's a vehicle tracking GPS thing that I was testing out. Completely forgot I had that. Don't use it anymore, and I've been spending the money for almost 2 years. It's embarrassing to say I even had it for 2 years and I didn't even pay attention to it, but I cut those out and I saved myself like $40, $50 a month. You can look at all your spending and see what you can renegotiate and what you can't, where you can cut back at and where you can't. If you have multiple vehicles, like in the limo business, I have a lot of different vehicles. I have to go through every now and then and just make sure, relook at my insurance policy and say, okay, I forgot to take this one off the insurance. I may have sold it, and I may have taken, I took too much. My onboarding, offboarding process wasn't in place, and I forgot to take a vehicle off the insurance. That's happened to me once over the years, but it can happen to anybody. Anywhere you can cut costs, try to cut costs. Okay, eat out less. Spend money less as much as you possibly can. Guys, we will get through this as long as we can spend our money wisely and be smart about things. Just be smart. It's also an opportunity for us, some of us that may have money, to invest in things where other people are trying to offload. Again, like real estate, like vehicles, like dumpsters, like roll-off trucks. The price for roll-off trucks have probably gone way, way, way up over the last few months, and you might start seeing the cost for equipment, roll-off trucks, roll-off packages or trailers go way down now because people are trying to offload them quickly before they get repoed or before they can't afford it anymore. So while it's a really bad time for some, it might be an opportunity for others to actually make more money. So always be on the lookout for really good opportunities and investment purchases. Don't be scared to spend money, but don't spend stupid money, if that makes sense, right? Don't spend money unwisely. Make sure you do your homework and make sure you know what you're getting into before you get into it. Guys, that's going to be my video for today. I hope you guys appreciate and like it. Make sure you give me a like, thumbs up, smash the notification bell, and let me know what you guys want to see some more of. If you guys want to see some more of the limo company, more of the investments, more dumpsters, I can do it all. Just let me know in the comments below. We will see you guys on the next one.